Hey y'all, welcome back to River Roots. I'm Corey, if you don't know that already. Sorry, trying to find a place to stand here. So today, I got the lawnmower fix on the last video that you saw. So now today, I'm back out here at the homestead, and I'm going to be getting all of this mowed down. I have a little area up front, this, right over here by the little tiny home, and all the way in the back. It's really grown up. I gotta watch out for snakes and ticks and some scorpions, so I just need to keep it maintained, otherwise you get all kinds of critters around here. Speaking of that tiny home though, I had a friend out here last week, or a couple days ago anyways, and he suggested that I do turn it into a tiny home versus a chicken coop or a goat, and he did have a good point because it's structurally very sound, so why let it go to waste on, I could build something smaller for a chicken coop and have that. It's not huge, but it would be cool to have like a little guest cottage and, something for someone to, when they're visiting the property, kind of just off in a little wooded area, almost like their own little private retreat, and it's pretty cool. It's a good idea. So I think I might actually do that with it. That'll be obviously some point in the future you'll get to see. But yeah, it might be a short video today. That's all I'm doing is just getting some long grass mowed down, some branches moved out of the way, put into a pile. That's about it. And yes, I will be putting some jeans and boots on. I'm definitely not mowing the lawn in shorts and flip-flops, at least not with all this stuff around anyways. So, but yeah, that's what I'm doing today. All right, before I go get the lawnmower over on this section, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time and just pick up a couple of those straggler sticks that are sitting around. Because as of right now, I'm dodging bullets with these, so yeah, I'm just gonna pick up little stragglers and then I'll get to mowing over here. Uh-oh. Oh. Didn't see that. I'm not sure how much of that was actually recorded, at least on this little section right here, because I was having some storage issues, but I cleared it all out, so I should be good to go for the rest of the day. But I will say though, like there's a couple areas right here that haven't been mowed because there's little stumps right there, and I got to either burn them out or, I don't know, grind them out, something. But all I know is that I cannot wait for the day that this is all level and nice and all these stumps are out of here and all the trash and all the sticks, and I can have a nice, beautiful lawn. This will be a nice, beautiful front lawn. That's all going to get cleared out. I have plans for up here and put some nice flower beds in and stuff. because, you know, I live on a dirt road, but there are still some people that live down that way. So they do pass by once in a while, and I want it to look nice, you know? But so that's it for this front section. Now I have this middle section. I got to move some branches out over there. I'm probably not going to film myself doing that, but once I get those moved out, then I'll film just me mowing that little middle section, and then I'll have to go off to the back. So that's my next step. I'm going to go move these branches real quick. I changed my mind. I am going to film myself doing this because, I don't know, it might be a short video. Who knows? But might as well film it. Camera's here, right? You know what? It's a little bit hotter than I thought it was today, so I'm gonna take a quick break, get something to drink, and play with my dog for a second. I'll be right back. All right, back to it. Well, this area is not perfect, but I can only do so much with all the stumps and the sticks and the garbage from the people that lived here before. I don't want to necessarily break my mower on the first time either, but this at least gets me to a point where I can get through and find all the little, like, there's like children's toys and so much stuff just scattered around here. But it looks better at least a little bit. All right, I'm gonna mow the other side of this little house right here, and then I'm gonna head to the back. All right, I'd say that's about as good as I'm gonna get the front up here with all the stumps and sticks and everything in the way until I get all that cleaned up, but it certainly looks a lot better. Now my next step, I just put the lawnmower in the back of the truck. I'm gonna head to the back of the property and cut all that back there. All right, now we're down here at the back of the property. Well, it's kind of the middle of the back. I still have the far back to do, and there's still more on this section behind the camera, but this is a lot to do with the push mower, so I'm hoping I can get this all done today, especially for how tall it is. I hope it doesn't bog it out, but I'm gonna try. But that is what I'm gonna be doing for the next little bit. There's some areas that are kind of low and wet. I probably might avoid those. Man, it's a lot to do with a push mower, that's for sure. But I'm gonna get going.